It is NBA Thursday, and I have found four of the absolute best props that you guys are going to want to lock in. So I'm going to give you guys the stats, the analysis, and why I'm putting my own money behind these plays. Let's dive into it. I'm going to be taking these on Underdog. If you guys aren't on Underdog yet, you can literally play $5 and they're going to give you $50. I can't stress this enough. Take advantage of all of these DFS apps and sports books, all the sign-up bonuses, because when I first started sports betting, that's exactly what I did. I signed up for all the ones that were offering big promotions, and I used that and I racked up a couple grand just like that. So take advantage of the free money when it's there. Use code Voltage when you are signing up, and when you go to sign up, you make your deposit. You play your first $5, they're going to give you $50 to play, and then you can tail the plays along with that with free money, completely risk-free. So we're going to get into our first prop, Jalen Suggs to go under 20.5 points and assists. Now, if you look on my screen here, over his last 5 games, he's averaging 80% of the time. So 4 of his last 5, he stayed under this, averaging 21 points and assists. Over his last game against OKC, he had 20, 13, 20. Against Washington, he did have 36, but Washington is a trash-ass team, so it's not really a surprise that he went over this line there. And then 16 against Cleveland. Now, if we go over his last 10, he's at 70%, averaging 20, so still, again, we're looking pretty good. And then head-to-head, he did clear this one time, but that was in 2024. He hasn't played them since, and he's trending downward on the last 5, as we've seen. Now, looking at the defense for point guards, it's not super favorable. We're ranked 20th and kind of neutral for assists, but just given his downward trend over his last 5 games and even 10 games, I see him staying under this line as well. Dylan Harper to go over 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Now, Dylan Harper has gone over this line 4 straight of his last 5 games, averaging 24 his last game, 23 the game before that. Still cleared the line at 18 there, and then 27 the game before that. So he's getting very high numbers compared to where the line is set for him at. Over his last 10 games, he's still hit this 70% of the time. Last 20 games, even better. It's actually 75% of the time. And then head-to-head, it was 50-50. But his most recent game with them was in February, and that was he had 19. So we went over this line as well. Now, if we look at the defensive ranking for that, again, not super favorable spots, but I still like this given the fact that he already cleared it once against them, and over his last 5 games, he is consistently staying over that line. We're looking at Brandon Miller to go under 7.5 threes attempted. This is probably my favorite prop on the board. Now, if we look here, head-to-head, he's stayed under 3 of the 4 games that they've played each other. So in January, he had 7. Back in 2025, he had 5, and then in 2024, he had 7 as well. So he's only ever gone over this one time in 2024. And then if we go to his last 5 games, look at this, 100%. So I don't care what anybody says. He's been under this 100% of the time, and 3 of the 4 games that they've played against each other, those all 3 being most recent games as well, he is 100% staying under this line. And if you look at his last 10, 80%. It's almost perfect. This is literally my favorite prop on the board. I would smash this 100%. But remember, guys, this is sports betting. There's always a risk in this, and we've all seen some crazy shit happen. So don't go overboard, but I love this prop, and just manage your bankroll properly. And then our last one, we're looking at Devin Booker to go under 21.5 field goals attempted. Now, over Booker's last 10 games, he's stayed under this 70% of the time. And I know most recently he is going over this line, right? We look at his last 5. I know it doesn't look pretty. He's going over this 3 of the 5 games. And head-to-head, though, this is the gold right here, right? We're looking at head-to-head matchup. He has always stayed under in the head-to-head, okay? His closest game was 21, and that was in 2024. Most recently, he had 6. We can look at the defensive rating here too. 2-point attempts allowed, ranked 25th, so not really a favorable spot. But given the fact that he has stayed under this every time that they have played each other, just it's a really good spot that I want to get in on. I feel like a lot of people are going to be looking at his over given his most recent games. But again, if we look at that head-to-head, he's always stayed under it. So those are the 4 props that we're going to be taking tonight. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening and enjoy the props. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another daily free pick video. Peace.